All right, hello everybody. Welcome back. I have a mic now, so I feel a little bit better about talking, not having the video sound like shit. I'd recorded a video last week, and as I was editing it, it just sounded terrible, and I didn't want to post it, so I deleted it. Also, I have recorded some of my training from Saturday, uh, just doing some strongman, so I'm going to overlay that training over this commentary and just talk you through what I was doing. I will also be warming up for my press day currently, which you will also be seeing, so you'll have to excuse the heavy breathing. So I'm working my Viper press here. Log and pressing has come a long way for me this season, but you can always be stronger, always better. I'm not at a place in my pressing where vipering in a competition is going to be worthwhile, but it's something you can always have in the toolbox. You know, if you run into a situation where it's a log medley, maybe, and that first one is super easy, something to use. And I like using it to get my hips moving fast. You know, keep the triceps moving, and I'm still pretty slow at it, so it's forcing me to use my shoulders a lot and get that extra pressing volume in. So I did a few sets of that, and then I moved on to some simple sandbag loads. Sandbags are something that's always been a better event for me, especially when it involves moving. Moving events have kind of been my bread and butter, coming from a little bit more athletic and younger guy. Excuse me. So I'm just trying to work on that static strength of loading, because you're always going to have loading in competitions, whether it be a sandbag, a stone, a keg, excuse me, or something, you know, a rock. So yeah, that's what I was working on Saturday. And then today I'm going to do my heavy press day, first real training session of the off season. And so that brings us to today. Today is Monday. Mondays are always my heavy pressing days. So I kind of wrote out some of my training that I want to do, things I want to focus on for the off season. So for the next couple of weeks, Mondays are going to be push press. I've kind of relied on a sloppy push jerk for my last few competitions. And I want to get back to push pressing and make sure that I am strong in that lockout power. That's where I feel I've been struggling, and I've been having to rely on my push press. So I'm going to work on that, going to build the shoulders, build the triceps, and hopefully work on the explosiveness of my drive, dip and drive. So I'm going to finish warming up, and then we'll cut to probably just the top set. All right, this is going to be the setup for today. We're going with just a regular power bar push press. Typically, if I'm going to be doing any kind of straight bar pressing, it's going to be with an axle, but I have been doing axle. Fuck off. I have been doing axle since, I don't know, probably April. And so I don't want to see it anymore. I'm just going to banish it to the corner for a couple for a couple weeks. So yeah, regular straight bar pressing. Work up to a top set of 5, drop down to a couple sets of 8, and then 1 AMRAP. So lots of volume is the goal for this push press. So yeah, let's keep going. Cheers. That one bit me. So I've got these Cerberus triple ply elbow sleeves, and I love them because when I started, I first got their dual ply sleeves, and they were great for what I needed them for. So when I ordered these, I was like, oh man, I need something that's going to give me some more pop, something that's going to help me a little bit more. Didn't bother to re-measure the size of my arm or elbow or anything, and I ordered the same size of my dual plies that I've had for a year that have stretched out. So I got these, and they are definitely a size too small. But what that means is they do give me even more pop. What that also means is I can't have them too long without losing circulation to my fingers. So got to be very strategic about when I want to put them on. When this weight feels like about the right time to put them on. All right, I've got 210 loaded. It's going to be hopefully the top set for the day. Hopefully it'll move fast. Looking for a set of 5. Yep. Well, the weight felt perfect for a set of 5 back to some heavy training. So drop down to about 80% of that for a couple sets of 8, and then 60% of that for an AMRAP. Whew, I'm fat. All right, 175 first set. Felt really easy. That's good. It's good. Just trying to get a whole bunch of volume in these next couple weeks. I'm gonna up my calories by 500 to 1,000. I really, really, really want to put mass on this off season, and maybe even come in as a 105 for a few shows, just see how I feel. I want to try 105, just see how my body reacts to putting weight on, because I've only ever been 90. I'm only 20 years old, so I want to see what my body does when I up my calories, put some weight on, and just see how I feel. So yeah, 2 more sets. work set's done. Those felt really good. Gonna drop down to I think 135, 140 ish. And just do one set of an AMRAP. Whew. It's pretty light, so I'm gonna try and take all the equipment off and just try and get the most out of the weight. Aiming for 12 to 15. So let's load that up, see what happens. Oh, whew. All right, set up with the incline bench. I've got 140 loaded. This is another example of I wish I could do more weight, and I'm a little bit embarrassed to post it. But that's just where I'm at. I don't focus on incline bench. I'm not, peaking for an incline bench. I'm just using it as an accessory for shoulders, triceps, chest, and overall pressing. So I'm gonna get some volume in, probably a couple sets of 6, but probably just gonna show you one. So let's get to it. Feels pretty smooth. Um, Definitely just gonna stick there and shorten up the rest times to get more fatigue accrued in that movement. So after this, I think I'm doing behind the neck press. So let's jump into that. I'm gonna do 1 or 2 sets of this behind the neck press. Um, 60, 80, 85 pounds of straight weight, and then I've got 35 pounds of chain. Hoping that it'll all come off the ground and work some stability. Um, I like using behind the neck press as a main builder of the shoulders. I find it hits my side delts really well because standing there and just pumping at some lat raises is not always the most fun. So I'm gonna do 1 set of this for sure, maybe 2. We'll see how it feels. That's too much chain. Okay, let's try this again. 85, 20 pounds of chain, total of, 100 ish at the top. Whew. Ooh. Well, today's going to be lying, tricep extensions, and seated dumbbell cleans. So let's see what happens. I know those look heavy, ugly. That's the goal. Just trying to get a lot of volume on the upper back. So that's the style I like. Awesome. There's pumpkin pie waiting for me when I'm done training. Yeah. Whew. Heavy, ugly, dirty. It's the way strongman is. Pull-ups, push-ups next. All right, just wrapped up press session. Whew. Added in a lot more volume for my accessories and kind of finisher movements. That's gonna be the plan going forward in the off season. Again, I'm gonna try to up my calories, up my volume, and just put a lot of mass on this off season. So yeah, if you guys made it this far, let me know if you enjoyed. If you want to see something else, different style of videos, let me know. If you enjoyed the mic and you liked how it was placed, you liked the volume, let me know too. This is something that I'm not used to doing. So I'm trying to get better. Yeah, go follow my Instagram, same as my YouTube, at bailey.strongman. Subscribe if you haven't already. Please like the video. And yeah, thanks for watching.